shed some light on the confusion about what's happening with gender dysphoria?
Yeah. Well, I've written a lot about this, and I've worked, as you know, I've worked personally with literally thousands of individuals who have come to my website, Sex Change Regret, because they found that having the surgery and hormones actually failed them. But what I've learned from them, and my own experience sort of typifies what happens. And what we know today, there's actually a word for what happened to me. It's called adverse childhood experience. They're called ACEs. And it's a clinical term. There are trauma therapists that deal with ACEs. And so a good, sound approach to this is to understand that someone who suffered any kind of abuse, loss, death, any of those things fall under a category of adverse childhood experience. Anything that happens like this prior to the age of 17 actually is known to alter the brain at the level of where our identity is being formed. Wow. So affirmation is important, but there's wrong affirmation and there's good affirmation. Yeah. So affirmation by itself is not really what we're talking. Had I been affirmed as a boy, that would have been proper. When we affirm someone in the idea that they can change genders, we're actually not telling them the truth. And because I lived the life for 8 years, and my surgeon who did the surgery, I challenged him in California Superior Court, San Mateo, in 1990 to testify to the court that hormones and surgery and all of the protocols that I went through changed me from a male to a female. And his affidavit document that's listed in court, filed in court, says no. The only thing, according to the doctor who performed 5,000 of these surgeries, is that the only thing you can do is neuter a boy or make it impossible for a girl to be able to bear children. So this has a lot more to do with your reproductive system. And a clinical psychologist from Stanford University told me when I was going through this early on that it was really a change of persona and not a change of gender.